Hello everyone, you already know what today's video is about. So before I begin this video, let me make it very clear, it's an absolutely non-controversial video and I have absolutely no means of any financial interest out of this video. I don't know who the owners of Max Hospital are, I don't know who are in their board, or I don't even know if it's owned by a doctor or non-doctor, and I have never visited that hospital, neither as a doctor nor as a patient. These are just my views purely as a healthcare worker. I have gathered a lot of information about this by discussing these things with my seniors, and I give them the due credit. So let's get back to this picture. This picture has become viral over last few days, and even before getting into that discussion, let me make it very clear that a doctor has absolutely no role in this. Neither is he going to get some big chunk out of this. No, absolutely no. He is going to be probably paid in pittance compared to this cost. So please don't blame a doctor for this. This is the cost of the hospital. And now let's get down to that as well. Let's try to analyze about this cost that is charged by the hospital. Over the last few days, I saw a lot of hue and cry in the social media about this photo actually, and that the government should have a cap on these private hospitals. These private hospitals are looting the general public. Wait, what, loot? Yes, I heard the word loot. As far as I know, the word loot means take away something forcefully against someone's will, right? So do you mean that the workers of Max Hospital are forcefully entering your houses and getting your dear COVID patients admitted forcefully in their hospital and then confiscating your bank account so that you pay this amount of bill? No, they're not doing that. And one step down is what's called as deceiving or cunning, where they show you the price of 3,000 but instead they charge you 30,000. They're not even doing that. They have put up the cost. It says 30,000. If you want it, you take it. If you don't want it, you don't take it. So if you can afford it, you get admitted over there. If you can't afford it, you find another alternative. I can't afford it, I won't get admitted over there. But it doesn't mean that they're looting people. Is it fair enough? No, you're not convinced. Okay, let me convince with these examples. So one day what happened was कि मैं ऐसे नेट में सर्च कर रहा था, मुझे मुंबई में बेसिकली एक होटल बुक करना था. I had to book a hotel in Mumbai and by default it was set as price high to low. खुद से नहीं किया, it was set like that. So then I saw Taj Hotel Colaba and it said 75,000 for a day. I was like, what? I can spend my entire month in a hotel including the food for less than that cost. 75,000 per a day, and you know what? In some seasons this may even go up. So, but I haven't heard anyone saying that the Hotel Taj are looting people. No, they say if you can afford it, you take it. If you can't afford it, you don't take it. So, why can't we apply that here? Okay, let me give more examples. So, what happened was one day I was just wandering around in the airport, and then I just happened to visit one of the watch shops, and then I just picked up one watch, and then I asked what's the cost. उसने बोला यार 10 लाख है इसका cost. I was like, what? 10 lakh? What does it do? Is it going to tell me what's going to happen to me after 2 hours? He laughed. He was like, नहीं sir, ये तो बस आपको time बताएगा और कुछ नहीं. So I was like, यार, this thing तो even my 500 rupees watch does. So why are they taking 10 lakhs for this? They're like, sir, you can't compare your 500 rupees watch with this 10 lakh. This has a class. This is a brand. There is a lot of production cost. It comes from outside. It's like, oh, ऐसी बात है. Okay. So basically, if I want that class, if I want that brand, I have to pay more. But people don't understand that. So let me give you more examples. So I was in Delhi for 6 years and at AIIMS, not at Max Hospital. And I have seen a lot of the cars with this symbol. I mean, you might be knowing it's Bentley. So look good. So I just went home and searched its cost. So it said starting from somewhere like, I think about 2.5 crores. I was like, what, 2.5 crores? Really? Yes, 2.5 crores. Yeah, मुझे लगा कि at that price I could buy at least about 20 cars, put them for rent and then hire 20 drivers, and then that price could feed the family of 20 people plus 21 families. So these the people of this Bentley car or whatever it is, they are looting people. I haven't heard anyone saying this. For that matter, even Mercedes is so expensive. I can't afford it. I can't afford a Mercedes. That's why I buy Honda City. So we buy what we can afford. It doesn't mean that the ones who are who are having their cost very high are looting others. No, there's no force here. There's no force here. Okay, please understand that. And if you say that all these things are foreign, so there are these import costs, custom costs and all that, let me make it very clear to you, all the big equipments which are present in the hospital are all imported and they come with their own purchase as well as maintenance cost. Okay, still not convinced, right? I know. You must be saying, come on doc, you can't compare these things with healthcare. These things are all luxury. I mean, you have a choice, but healthcare is a necessity. Okay, agreed. Health is a necessity and these things are luxury. Okay, let me give you more examples. When I was in Delhi, we went to one of the restaurant in CP, very famous restaurant, and we just had a dinner. And I can't even pronounce the name of what I ate, seriously. And bill per head was somewhere around 1,500. It's like, what? 1,500? I could spend an entire month eating what I normally eat with that money. So does it mean that the restaurant guys are looting us? Come on dog, don't be silly. Health is a necessity, food is not. Nah. Food is also a necessity, right? Roti, kapda, makan, these are also necessities. These are probably much more important than health. You don't think so? You ask the government. You ask the government how much it is spending on their health budget. So these are much more important. So is it fair enough to say that all these big restaurant guys are looting the public, because there are a lot of hungry people in India who have nothing to eat? So it's their responsibility, it's the responsibility of all these big hotels, big restaurants to feed all these hungry people for free, or for that matter even provide them food at say 30 to 40 rupees per head, because that is what they can afford, and food is a necessity. No, you don't say that, right? But yes, you must be saying that there are a lot of big chains who have during this crisis have done a lot of charity, provided free food to a lot of people. Yes, I do agree, but remember, these are few, not all. And if you appreciate this, and if you don't appreciate the charity done by doctors and hospitals on a day-to-day basis, I'm sorry. There are a lot of doctors I know who just waive off their cost just because the patient can't afford it. But please remember, this is at the discretion of the doctor. The doctor decides whether to waive off his cost or not the patient. You can request for it, you can't demand for it. So anyway, getting back to the topic. So is it fair on us to say that all these big restaurants are looting people because food is a necessity and there are a lot of hungry people in India and these guys are not feeding those hungry people? No, we don't say that, right? So let me give you more examples. There are a lot of these branded cloth stores in Delhi. Okay, what's the cost? I just went one just for time pass, nothing more. And a shirt was costing somewhere around 30 to 40,000, something like that. So I was like, wow, I get shirts for 300 rupees in Sarojini Market. Seriously, I buy all of them all from there. So anyway, but this roti, kapda, makan, kapda is also necessity. But we don't really ask all these big branded guys to provide free clothes to a lot of people of India who can't afford clothes, afford dresses. No, we don't say that, right? But unfortunately, we say that when it comes to healthcare. Let me give just one last example. That my friend actually wanted to buy a house in South Delhi, and we just approached one of the broker, and he says, sir, 3 BHK to decent सा वाला start होगा 2 से 2.5 crore, that is 2 to 2.5 crores. I was like, what nonsense, 2.5 crores for 3 BHK? I can get that 3 BHK house for about 70 to 80 lakhs in Bangalore, and in fact in some other places, in some other rural areas, I can get it for less than 30 lakhs. So he was like, sir, यही प्राइस है, वो तो आपका मैंगलोर है, ये तो दिल्ली है, आपको लेना है आप ले लो. Yes, Delhi, Mumbai, these places are going to be expensive. The cost of living is high, and it applies to hospitals also. You can't be sitting in some less urban area and then commenting on the healthcare expense in places like Delhi or Mumbai. Please understand that. You're not saying that all these the real estate guys are looting people, right? No, you're not saying that. But why are you saying that the hospitals are looting people? Even after the above examples, if you're still resentful about the cost, let me explain to you some harsh realities of running a hospital. Okay, so it's like hospital is not just a building made up of walls. It has thousands of workers over there, thousands of workers, which means thousands of families are dependent on the hospital. It has a large number of huge equipments which are costing crores and come with a very high maintenance cost, which has to be spent irrespective of the number of patients who are coming to that hospital. And do you know what this COVID has done? It has increased the cost of every single thing that the hospital requires by 300 to 500%. Believe it or not. Thanks to the general public wearing gloves everywhere, God knows for what, touching all the surface with the same glove and then touching their face with the same glove. What are you achieving it? You're only achieving this thing, that the price of gloves has risen 500% over past 2 to 3 months. So this is not just about the gloves. Shabdo pe mat jao, bhavnaon pe jao. It's like that. It's the same with everything that the hospital requires. The cost has significantly increased. And let me tell you other significant expenses which you probably never thought, that when these private hospitals admit a COVID patient, who's going to take care of the quarantine of the healthcare workers? Where are they supposed to get quarantined? Apartment wale to ghusne nahi denge. So the hospital has to take care of their hotel stay. There are thousands of workers who need to be quarantined in a hotel. Who's going to pay for that? Who's going to pay for their travel expenses? Who's going to pay for their food? Everything needs to be paid by the hospital. And in turn, where does that money come from? It comes from patients' will, of course. Let me give you more expenses. I collected this information from a real COVID warrior, Dr. Vidya, who is working in the COVID ICU of Sion Hospital, Mumbai. A good quality PPE kit will cost around 1,000 to 2,000, and ICU has 3 or 4 shifts, each having 1 or 2 doctors, 4 to 8 nursing staff, 4 to 5 hospital attendants or sanitary workers, 2 security guards. That's roughly about 10 to 12 people. Now multiply this into 3 or 4 shifts and then into the cost of PPE. It's huge, right? That's why they charge. Anywhere a COVID positive patient is wheeled, area has to be thoroughly fumigated, which again adds to the cost. Now let's get into the ventilator discussion. Oxygen cylinders from central supply will cost around 1,000 per day. Ventilator circuit will cost about 1,000 to 2,000 depending on the quality. 3 viral and bacterial filters are needed for the circuits, each costing about 500 to 750 depending on the quality. Inline suction catheters, each costing 1,800 to be precise, and ideally it should be changed every day. Arterial blood gases, which are needed to wean off the patient from the ventilator. Central line needed to give medicines for critical ill patients, which will be about 1,800 to 3,000 rupees depending on the quality. Then the ICU has to be converted to a negative pressure room that has its own maintenance. After a patient is removed from ventilator, flow sensors have to be changed, expiratory valves have to be changed. And flow sensor, if new one is used, it will cost about 3 to 5,000. If it is ETO'd, that means if it is reused, then it will cost about 1 to 1,500. After that, waste disposal is distinguished, COVID and non-COVID, all these things. नहीं आ रहा ये सब समझ, कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन मत करो ना यार फिर कमेंट. It's not just like going to a theater, watching the movie and coming back. This is a totally different ball game. Putting a patient on ventilator and then giving him his normal life is a huge journey for doctors and patients both. It's such an easy post to share and defame the hospital. Ventilator is not like a television. It takes them about 3 years to learn about it, and then some people even do 3 more years of super specialization on ventilators. And to run the ventilator, you also need 24/7 electricity, oxygen supply, all these things. Now, every XYZ non-medico is sharing this without knowing what exactly is critical care, ICU, ventilator. Please, I request you, refrain from doing these things. Refrain from being judgmental without knowing what the ground reality is. And not just during COVID times, even at all the other times, it's very easy to sit back and throw allegations at the corporate hospital saying that they charge you very high, but get in and see the reality, you'll get a different picture. Everything comes at a cost. The hospital has to pay all its workers, not just doctors, all the technicians, all the nursing staff, everyone, a very good amount of salary, because if they don't pay, then they'll obviously leave the place and go to some other place, a place which pays them better, or maybe abroad for that matter. And there's nothing wrong in it. Obviously people will go to a place which pays them better. So to retain them, the hospital has to really spend, in addition to what I already told you about the equipment costs. One of my senior, who is a very genuine person, I really respect him, he owns a hospital. He says that every hospital has a running cost which is much more than the salaries of all the staffs and all the doctors combined. So where this money should come from? And anyway, I plan to make a detailed video about all the healthcare expenses in the coming days, giving you a picture of all the different kinds of hospitals in our country, that is the government hospitals, charity hospitals, medical hospitals, corporate hospitals, everything. So probably I'll be able to make more things clearer to you through that video. And रही बात luxury की, getting admitted in Max Hospital तो luxury ही है. Obviously those patients get admitted who can afford it, and who get afforded there, they obviously want a royal treatment. They want everyone to be at their toes. They want to complain about every single thing. They want to complain about food, water, or slight delays in few of the things, or even the nursing staff or the attendants. They want to complain about everything. They do not want to move even an inch to get anything. So people actually consider a big hospital as a 5-star hotel, and they actually want to enjoy their sickness days as a luxury vacation. So if you want to do that, you have to pay for it. And trust me, there are enough number of millionaires and billionaires in India who can actually afford this cost, and who would actually go to these hospitals if they do get COVID, and not any of the government hospitals. So it is just like how they can afford a Mercedes, so they buy it. We can't afford, so we don't buy it. So in the same lines. And all the guys talking about all these negative things and spreading a lot of negative news, like the dead bodies scattered around in the government hospitals and all that, why don't you, instead of sitting back and commenting, just give 2 to 3 days of voluntary service in a COVID ward? Help some basic stuff over there, like moving the dead body or cleaning the vomiters or urine of these patients. Probably this will help a lot of people. This will probably even bring down the cost of... My point is simple. If you feel healthcare is a necessity and you need to get it at a lower cost, you need to ask the right person. You need to ask the government, whom you are paying the taxes and even contributing via your PM cares, and not these corporate hospitals. You have not paid a single penny as a contribution to these, so why should they do charity? Why should they provide all the healthcare services at a very low price? Who's going to pay for that? Just like how you think in case of roti, kapda, makan, that we shall take what we can afford, have the same thinking for healthcare as well. Let's go for what we can afford. Baki charity to hospitals and doctors to kar hi rahe, whether you appreciate it or not. I know that after this video I may get a lot of criticism, but these were my views, and just give it a thought. All that I mean is, let's not become judgmental about anyone, any institution without knowing their ground reality. So this was all what I meant. If you liked this video, if you felt this was genuine, this was logical, please like the video, share it among your friends, and if you want more health and wellness related videos, subscribe to this channel.